Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. Welcome to Game 2 of our tripleheader tonight. Brentwood taking on the Tennessee Outlaws in a big game for the race for the last Predators Cup spot. The Outlaws currently sit in 8th place in the league at 4-3-2. Brentwood is 3-6-1 coming into tonight's game. So this is a must-win for Brentwood, because if the Outlaws win tonight, then on Monday, December 2nd, when they play Mount Juliet, if they win that game, that ensures Brentwood will be locked into the Kuehn Cup again for the second straight year. So a big win tonight for the Outlaws would pretty much put a Preds Cup berth for Brentwood on the verge of being out of reach. As the ice has already been resurfaced, and we've got Brentwood players taking pictures. They took a group photo, and now they're taking them class by class. So it's going to be a little bit before both teams hit the ice for the pregame warm-up. If you were not with us, a wild 3-3 tie between Ensworth and NBA. Matthew Moore scoring the game-tying goal with 38 seconds left. And unless Montgomery County pull off some miracle and beat Centennial or tie with them, it means that Ensworth will once again not clinch a Predators Cup berth tonight. They'll have another crack at it on Wednesday against JP2. They only need one more point, and a Preds Cup berth is theirs. All right, so let's take our time talking about the two teams playing Game 2 of our doubleheader. First up, Brentwood, coached by Chris Oram, coming into tonight 3-6-1 as we go over the results of their last 5 games. Dating back to October 21st, their surprise 3-1 win over Summit Page. Then November 4th, they got pulled back down to earth, lost 9-0 to NBA. November 7th, lost 9-2 to the Rampage. Last Monday, they beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 3-2, and then last Wednesday they lost 4-1 to JP2. Like Ensworth, this is the 11th game of the season for Brentwood tonight. They'll play their 12th on Wednesday against Mount Juliet. Jack Schultz is the team's leading scorer. He has 11 points from 6 goals and 5 assists. Callahan Fielder with 8 points from 5 goals and 3 assists. Zane Cesaroni, it should be 9 points from 8 goals and an assist, with Will Hubbard having 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Matthew Melamed, Johnny Kelso, and Brody Bowman each with a point from an assist. Moving on to goalie play, Andrew Sally has played in 8 games, started them all. His record 3-4-1. He's played 321 minutes, goals against average of 5.05, no shutouts. He's allowed 36 goals on 263 shots, turned away the other 237. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .863. Collier Owen has played in 3 games. 2 of those were starts. His record is 0-2. He's played 96 minutes. Goals against average of 6.56. No shutouts. He's allowed 14 goals on 73 shots. Turned away the other 59. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .808. Moving on to the Outlaws, coached by Chris Deming. 4-3-2 coming into tonight. Going over the results of their last 5 games. Dating back to the 2-1 loss to Hendersonville beats Lawson on October 23rd. Then they beat the Rangers 12-2 on October 30th. Tied with Station Camp Liberty Creek 2-2 on November 6th. Beat the Rampage last Monday 5-0, and then last Friday 1-1 tie with Ensworth. So the Outlaws are on a 4-game unbeaten streak as we pull up their stats. Dalton Alejandro, the team's leading scorer. He has 10 points from 5 goals and 5 assists. Josh Kane, 9 points from 6 goals and 3 assists. Logan Woods, 7 points from 2 goals and 5 assists. Clive Keeler, 7 points from 4 goals and 3 assists. A.J. Malloy, 5 points from 4 goals and an assist. Jackson McKnight, 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. James Daniel, 3 points all from assists. Camden Miles, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Jack Resty and Malachi Hogan each with 2 points from assists. Cody Skelton with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Hold on, let me. Outlaws, but hey, they're right next to each other. Good. All right, done. find one and then fish for the other. Jackson Collins with a point for a goal. Mark White and Nico Pulley each with a point from an assist. Ben Kelly and Mark White and Nico Pulley each with a point from a goal. And Ben Kelly and Elsa Anderson each of a point from an assist. Jackson Collins with a point from an assist. Moving on to goalie play. Dawson Reynolds has played in 4 games. All of them were starts. His record 4-0-0. He's played 168 minutes. Goals against average of 0.54. 3 shutouts. He's allowed 2 goals on 98 shots. Turned away the other 96. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .980. He has a point from an assist according to the game sheet. Justin Yanuchili has played in 5 games. All of those were starts. He's played 204 minutes. Goals against average of 2.65. No shutouts. He's allowed 12 goals on 187 shots. Turned away the other 175. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .936. Ready for the start of this one. Dawson Reynolds going to start in goal for the Outlaws. Collier Owen going to start in goal for Brentwood for this first period. Outlaws will carry the puck from my left to right. Brentwood from my right to left. As we're underway, Brentwood winning the draw, but they turn it right over to the Outlaws. Jackson McKnight still at center, waiting for a couple of his teammates to get back on side. Brings it into the Brentwood zone. Getting off a shot. Score! Wow! 12 seconds is all it takes. Jackson McKnight from the bottom of the right circle fires the puck right into the back of the net. And it's 1-0 Outlaws just 12 seconds in, 13:48 to go in the first. Wow. Oh, boy. This might be a long one for Brentwood, kids. Here's Zane Cesaroni with a puck in the Outlaw zone. Right circle, try to pass it off. It's broken up. Now Clive Keeler at center, leaves it for McKnight. McKnight racing back into the Brentwood zone. Shot, missed the net. Oh, boy, if it had been 2-0 inside 30 seconds. Puck put in front. Here's McKnight and his stick knocked away. Josh Kuehn a shot. I think he missed. Put out in front. Kuehn, shot, score. Bottom corner on the left-hand side of the net. 2-0 Outlaws with 13:20 to go in the first. They've scored 2 goals in 40 seconds. My God. Outlaws in the Brentwood zone again. Puck backhanded towards the front of the net, stopped and covered up by Owen. That shot coming from Chaffin Baggett. Draws to the right of Owen. Oh, God, someone's wearing a practice jersey for Brentwood. Here's a backhander from Logan Wood in the left circle, stopped by Owen. Shot from Malachi Hogan, knocked down by the glove of Owen. Caden Wernick carries the puck out to center. Has it taken away. Here's Dalton Alejandro. Back in the Brentwood zone. Taking a shot, stopped by Owen. Rebound out in front. Picked up by this player with the practice sweater, but jumping in to take the puck away is Hogan. Chaffin Baggett ahead to Logan Wood. Wood back in the Brentwood zone. Right wing side, a shot stopped by Owen with a left leg pad. And then he backs into the net and dislodges it. 12:22 to go in the first, already 2-0 Outlaws. Anna Markova out on the ice. She almost scored the score last week against Rutherford. Maybe she'll score tonight. Draws to the left of Owen. Brentwood with a puck. Jack Schultz through center. Into the Outlaws zone. Taking a shot from an odd angle. I don't know if that hit Dawson Reynolds or not. They try and clear the puck out. Will Hubbard kept it alive. He kept it alive twice. Oh, but then he sends it past Zane Cesaroni. They do put that up as a shot on goal, by the way, so it takes Brentwood almost 2 minutes to get their first shot. They've already given up 7, and 2 of them have gone in by the Outlaws. Gabby Ballinger leaves it behind her own net for A.J. Malloy. Malloy passes it over to the far side. Anna Markova lets Chaffin Baggett grab it at center. He sends it back into the Brentwood zone down the left wing boards. Markova trying to put it in front. There's a shot from Baggett, stopped by Owen. Brentwood with it, past head, off the stick of Cesaroni, through center back into the Outlaw zone. Jack Resty gets to it. He'll bank it off the far boards and out to center for Anna Markova. Ahead for Elijah Freeman, left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Freeman's shot blocked on the back check by Matthew Malamed. Here's Schultz. Schultz. Out to center. Oh, Malloy and Alice Cox run into each other and go down. Schultz with a shot in the Outlaw slot that goes off his stick into the netting above the glass. 10:57 to go in the first. 2-0 Outlaws. Draw is going to be to Dawson Reynolds right. Won by Brentwood. Oh, but unable to keep it in the zone. The blue line was Ben Marshall. Puck back in the Brentwood zone. Isabella Quigley clears it out. Elsa Anderson on the near side at center catches up to it. Backhands it over to Alice Cox. Up, there's going to be a penalty against Brentwood. Here's Anderson through center. Back into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Round some defenders. Backhands it over to the near side. Now Anderson and boards. Put it in front. Alex Cox couldn't get a stick on it. Jackson McKnight with it. McKnight round the back of the net. Gives it away to a Brentwood player. Gives it away to Brody Bowman, but the whistle is blown to call the penalty against the Bruins. High sticking the call. And who is it against? It's against Isabella Quigley. You don't often see her end up in the box. So Outlaws getting the first power play of the night. Already up 2-0 with 10:14 to go in the first. Draws to the left of Collier Owen. Won by the Outlaws and shot over the net by Clive Keeler. Puck goes out to center. Backing up to get it is James Daniel. Sends it over to the near side, Alejandro. Alejandro out to the far side. Keeler touches it over to Daniel. He's in the Brentwood zone. Daniel around the back of the net, puts it out in front. Oh, Kuehn had a shot that was blocked, I think. It was going right in the right-hand side of the net, but it was blocked. Now here's McKnight trying to find space. Pass over to the right circle. Alejandro's shot blocked. Alejandro passing out to the blue line, McKnight. Had to go off his skates, comes to the left point. Daniel back to McKnight at the center point. Back over to Daniel. Daniel with a shot, stopped by Owen. Puck on the left-hand side of the net. Now it's behind the net. Backhanded back out to the left point. Daniel, we get a whistle. The net has been dislodged once again. 69 seconds left of the power play. 9:24 to go in the first. 2-0 Outlaws over Brentwood. Draw is going to be to the left of or right of Owen. Won by the Outlaws. Dalton Alejandro, top of the right circle, shot missed the net to the left of Owen. Puck coming around to the near side. Minute left in the power play for the Outlaws. Josh Kuehn putting it in front. Puck ends up in the left wing corner. Here's McKnight. Passing it over inside top of the left circle. And a shot, top of the right circle, and a shot from Alejandro missed the net. Here's Kuehn behind the net. Backhanding it out to the far side of McKnight. McKnight passing it down. Put in front for Keeler. Couldn't keep it on his stick. It's cleared out of the zone. Back in the Outlaws end. 30 seconds left in the power play for Tennessee. Here is Alejandro. Alejandro brings it to center. Passes it over James Daniel. Daniel brings it back into the Brentwoods on the left wing side. Rounded defender. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Oh, and Josh Kuehn had already skated past the puck. Couldn't get it to his stick. Here's Alejandro going around the back of the net. Falls over. Gives the puck away. It's cleared out by Brentwood, and that's going to be it for the power play. Penalty time against Brentwood is up. They're back at even strength. Here's James Daniel trying to pass it up the near side. Isabella quickly holds it in at the left point. Now Jack Schultz trying to go down the slot. Gets off a shot. Slowed up by the stick of Josh Kuehn. Stopped and covered up by Dawson Reynolds. 8:01 to go in the first. Still 2-0 Outlaws. Draw is going to be to the left of Reynolds. Brentwood win the draw, but it's turned right over to the Outlaws. A.J. Malloy's going to bring it to center. Malloy into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Here's Elijah Freeman around the back of the net. Albee gave it away. Brentwood tried to clear. Chaffin Baggett keeps it into the blue line. Tries to back in it down low and hit a Brentwood player. Brentwood trying to get it out. Here's Baggett keeping it on his stick. Oh, but then he leaves it behind him. Puck drifting out towards the blue line. Brentwood finally get it out. Here's Baggett. Battling with Payne Fielder, who again was made a skater this year. No longer a goalie, he's now a skater. Baggett brought the puck out to center and it taken away. Here's Matthew Melamed back in the outlaw zone. Taking a shot off the stick of Malloy and into the right wing corner. Here's Payne Fielder. Sending it to the front of the net, went through the top of the crease. Caden Wernick couldn't get his stick on it. Elijah Freeman back the other way. Oh, and then Dalton Alejandro has it poked off his stick by Ben Marshall. Puck cleared to center. Chaffin Baggett gets it back. Tried to send it back into the Brentwood zone. Hit the skate of Jack Schultz right as he came off the bench. Schultz back in the outlaw zone on the left wing side. To the front of the net, shot, score! Jack Schultz carries the puck to the front of the outlaw net and flicks it in behind Dawson Reynolds, and Brentwood are on the board. It's 2-1 Outlaws with 6:46 to go in the first. Draw one with the Outlaws. Logan Wood, left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Tried to drop it back. James Daniel rescues it from Zane Cesaroni. Puck put out in front. Alejandro, a shot. Stopped. And then the rebound taken by Brentwood. Cleared out of the zone, but taken back by the Outlaws. Alejandro at center. Brings it back in the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. To the slot, a shot over the net. May have gone off a Brentwood stick. Zane Cesaroni brings the puck to center. It's in the outlaw zone, picked up by Logan Wood. Stretch pass up the far side, misses Dalton Alejandro's stick, but Matthew Melamed tried to play it, so icing was waved off. Brentwood regain. Here's Schultz. Through center, back into the outlaw zone on the right wing side. Puck knocked off his stick on the back check by Jack Resty. Then he falls into the boards. Malachi Hogan letting the puck be loose. Poked up ahead by Ben Kelly, but he can't get it away from Brody Bowman. Schultz keeps it alive. Oh, but then he goes out to center. Schultz backhands it over to the far side. And Zay Cesaroni immediately had it taken away by Alejandro. Alejandro back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Goes to the end boards. He's in the right wing corner. Past the slot. Logan Wood, a shot. Stopped and held onto. Actually, Wood inside the right circle, getting off a shot that's stopped and held onto by Collier Owen. 5:16 to go in the first. 2-1. Outlaws leading. Draw is to the left of Owen. Won by Brentwood. Try and clear. It's held in at the right point by Dylan Poe and sent back down. Puck out on the near side still. Drifting out towards the blue line. And it's picked up by the player in the practice sweater. And he has it taken off his stick by James Daniel. Oh, but then he gets it back. Daniel left it behind him. Puck in the right wing corner. Sent back around to the near kick plate. Reed Michelson going after it, but Elsa Anderson gets to it and clears. Then, Alice Cox bumps into Ben Marshall. She goes down, but shakes him off the puck. Now it's turned over to the Outlaws inside the Brentwood zone. James Daniel. Round the back of the net. Comes out to the left circle. Takes a shot. Stopped and covered up by Owen. 4:26 left in the first. Still 2-1 Outlaws. Draws to the right of Owen. Won by Brentwood. Puck brought to center. Zane Cesaroni into the Outlaw zone. Down the slot to the net. A backhander. I think Alt Reynolds got a piece of it. He redirected it past the net to his right. Brentwood almost tied it up. Now here's Schultz. Jack Schultz double teamed. Pushed into the boards. Jackson McKnight pushing the puck down past Cesaroni. He has it now. And McKnight breaks out to center. McKnight into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Behind the net, puts it in front. Kane scores. Put it in front for Josh Kuehn, who knocks it into the back of the net for his second goal of the game to give the Outlaws a little breathing space and put them back up by 2, 3-1 with 3:49 to go in the first. Draw one by Brentwood. They get into the Outlaw zone, but the Outlaws clear it out immediately. Pucks it into the Brentwood end, sent back the other way by the Bruins for an icing. Draw is going to be to Collier Owens left. One of the Outlaws, Josh Kuehn, shoots it past the net to the right of Owen. Kuehn looking for a hat trick already here in this first period. Jack Schultz with the puck at center. Schultz into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Puck knocked off his stick from behind. Here's Jackson McKnight. Passing it up the near side. Clive Keeler couldn't get a stick on it. Sent back the other way to Schultz. Schultz had it knocked off his stick right at the Outlaw blue line by Jack Resty. Here's Clive Keeler. Nope, couldn't get a stick on it. Puck in the Brentwood zone. Keeler finds it loose. Tried to put it out in front. It hit some Brentwood skates. Now here's Jack Schultz. Firing it to center off the stick of Brody Bowman. Back into the Outlaw zone. Ben Kelly taps it to the far boards. It came right back to him, so Bowman sends it around the side. It's in the left wing corner. Resty. Sending it around to the far side, and Josh Kuehn. Kuehn brings it out to center. Kuehn into the Outlaw zone on the left, Brentwood's on the left wing side. Kuehn, a shot. Score. Kuehn fires into the roof of the net. He's got a first period hat trick, and it's 4-1 Outlaws with 2:32 to go in the first. Draw one for the Outlaws. Here's A.J. Malloy at center. Into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Could not get around the back checker. I think it was Ben Marshall he had trouble getting around. Here's A.J. Malloy from the slot. A shot. Stopped and held on to by Collier Owen. Draw's going to be to Owen's right. Draw one by the Outlaws. Puck just kept alive atop the blue line of the left point by Dylan Poe. Here's A.J. Malloy. Around the back of the net, trying to put it out in front. It's there for James Daniel. Shot stopped and covered up by Owen. Minute 56 left in the first. 4-1 Outlaws. Draw is to the left of Owen. Won by the Outlaws. Puck comes around the wall to the far side. Brentwood clear it out. It's going to be an icing. Draw is going to be to Owen's right this time. Won by the Outlaws. Puck at the end boards. A.J. Malloy trying to come out in front, scores! Malloy comes out in front and stuffs the puck into the bottom corner on the left-hand side of the net. And it's 5-1 Outlaws with 96 seconds to go in the first. Draw one by the Outlaws. Here's Logan Wood bringing it into the Brentwood zone, but he gives it away. Jack Schultz through center. Back into the Outlaw zone. Trying to get to the front of the net. A shot gloved and held on to by Dawson Reynolds. Just the 5th shot on goal of the game for Brentwood. Draw will be to his left. Draw one by the Outlaws. They try and clear it out. Held into the right point. Matthew Melamed. Here's Dalton Alejandro. Alejandro banks it off the near kick plate to Logan Wood at center. Wood backhands it over to the right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Malachi Hogan giving chase. Brentwood trying to get it out. Outlaws keeping it in. Last minute of the first. Here's Alejandro taking a shot that's blocked. He got the puck back from Will Hubbard, but couldn't keep it on his stick. Here's Jack Schultz through center. Back into the Outlaws zone on the right wing side. A shot gloved and held on to by Reynolds. .2 seconds left in the first. 5-1 Outlaws. Draws to the left of Reynolds. Draw one by Brentwood. Here's Zane Cesaroni. Rounds some defenders, trying to get to the front of the net. Puck was poked away from him by Chavin Baggett. He still isn't in his stick, though. Cesaroni's shot just missed the net to the left of Reynolds. And then a shot from Schultz in the right circle, turned away by Reynolds. Last 30 seconds of the period. Gabby Ballinger clearing the puck out to center. I guess that shot hit the outside netting because they haven't put it up on the board. Here's Cesaroni, right wing side of the Outlaw zone. Puck poked off his stick. Jack Schultz backhands it down the slot, but right to Gabby Ballinger. Try to clear it out. Slowed up with the stick of Zane Cesaroni. Here's Schultz backhanding it into the left wing corner. Cesaroni picks it up. Passes over to the right point. Melamed shot through traffic. Turned away by Reynolds. Ballinger flicks the puck ahead to Logan Wood, who clears it out, and that's it for the first. A period dominated by the Outlaws. They scored 2 goals in the first 40 seconds. Josh Kuehn with a first period hat trick. The other goals from Jackson McKnight, who scored 12 seconds in, and A.J. Malloy. Meanwhile, Jack Schultz with a goal for the Bruins as the Outlaws lead Brentwood 5-1 at the end of one. Ready to go with the start of the second period. Andrew Sally now in goal for Brentwood. Dawson Reynolds still in goal for the Outlaws for this second period. Brentwood will carry the puck from my left to right. Outlaws from my right to left. Brentwood with a puck in the Outlaw zone, sit towards the front of the net and just missed to the left of Reynolds. Puck kept alive at the right point by Brody Bowman. Bowman backing up into his own zone. Sends it over to the far side. And it ends up back in the Outlaws zone. Jack Resty's going to get to it. Now the puck out at center. Here's Ben Marshall. Ahead to Wilson Tucker, who sweeps it back into the Outlaws zone. Now Ben Marshall brings it back into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Gets off a shot, stopped and held on to by Dawson Reynolds. 12:59 left in the second, 5-1 Outlaws. Draw to the right of Reynolds. Won by the Outlaws. They get it out to center. Sent back the other way by Will Hubbard. Jack Schultz. Passing over to the near side, Matthew Melamed. Melamed back in the Outlaw zone. Dumps the puck to the inboards. Zane Cicerone in the left wing corner. Pinned into the boards by Ben Kelly. So Jackson McKnight takes the puck. Here's Josh Kuehn. Now at center with it, McKnight. Racing back into the Brentwoods on the right wing side. A shot just missed the net to the right of Sally. McKnight scored the opening goal of the game just 12 seconds in. Brentwood take the puck back. It's back in the Outlaw zone. Going to be no icing waved off. Here come the Outlaws again. McKnight back in the Brentwood zone from the slot. A shot gloved and held onto by Sally. 12:06 to go in the second. Still 5-1 Outlaws. Draw is going to be to Sally's right. Draw one by Brentwood. Puck out at center. Sent back into the Brentwood zone, but A.J. Malloy to get back on side. Here's Matthew Melamed sending it up the far or near side. Went past Jack Schultz. It's back in the Outlaw zone. James Daniel brings it through center. Back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. To the front of the net, a shot stopped by Sally. Puck in the left wing corner. Cicerone ahead to Schultz. Schultz brings it to center. Back in the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Forced to go to the inboards. Try to put it out in front. They get hit the side of the net. Matthew Melamed trying to keep it alive. Outlaws bring it back to center. A.J. Malloy back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Taking a shot. Missed the net to the left of Sally. Puck on the near side. Malachi Hogan trying to go to the slot. Gets off a shot. I think it was blocked. And then the rebound on the stick of Brody Bowman. Backhanded up the far side. Isabella Quigley at center. She flicks it along. And it's sent back the other way. Here's Elijah Freeman. Backhanding it over to the near side. A.J. Malloy sends it back into the Brentwood zone. Ben Marshall gets in front of him, takes the puck away. Jack Schultz, Brentwood's big guns right back out there, trying to pass it over to the far side to Isabella Quigley. Up, she couldn't get her stick on it. Here's Logan Wood, back in the Brentwood zone, down the right wing. To the net, a shot stopped by Andrew Sally at his left-hand post. Jack Schultz back through center. Back into the Outlaw zone, drop the puck back. Now James Daniel picks it up from his own inboards. Stretch pass ahead. Dalton Alejandro inside the Brentwood zone, waiting. Passes off. Daniel shot stopped by Sally. He wasn't at a good enough angle to get off a shot right at the net. Would have had to go off of Sally somehow. Here's Alejandro around the back of the net. Now comes around to the right wing side out towards the blue line. Backhands it down the slot. James Daniel, a shot stopped by Sally. Puck out at center. Here's Daniel. Trying to flick it ahead. It hits Cesaroni. Zane Cesaroni back in the Outlaw zone. Oh, he lost the puck. Trying to get around Chaffin Baggett. Here's Daniel. Bringing it back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Puck knocked off his stick in the back check by Will Hubbard. Malachi Hogan picks it up, brings it behind the net. Oh, but he lost it too. And then Brody Bowman sends it into the netting above the glass, trying to clear it out. 9:23 left in the second. 5-1 Outlaws. Draw is going to be to the left of, right of Sally. Brentwood win it. They're having trouble trying to get it out of the zone. Aiden Kemp pokes it away from Jack Schultz. Will Hubbard passing it out to center. And Zane Cesaroni. Cesaroni to the front of the outlet. Another shot, score! Chaffin Baggett tried to knock it away from him, but he was unsuccessful. And Cesaroni goes to the front of the net and fires it past the glove of Reynolds and in. And it's 5-2 Outlaws with 9:08 to go in the second. So the deciding to change goalies between periods could help Brentwood. Puck in the Outlaws zone. Gabby Ballinger with it, sending it over to the near side. Sent back the other way by Chaffin Baggett. Now Jack Schultz pinned up against the boards. Puck comes to the slot. It's picked up and carried to center by Aiden Kemp. Kemp back into the Outlaws zone on the right wing. Back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing. Pinned into the boards. Puck backhanded up to the right point. They're going to let Schultz have it. Gabby Ballinger refused to pinch. Puck sent back the other way. Ballinger sent it back the other direction. Now here's Zane Cesaroni back in the Outlaw zone. Shot in the right wing off the right leg pad of Reynolds, excuse me. Here's Jack Schultz. Trying to maneuver around defenders. He's in front of backhander. Couldn't get the shot away. That Brentwood top line is dangerous as hell. If they were on any other team, that team would be a Preds Cup threat. Instead, they're the ones doing all the scoring for Brentwood. Puck back in the Brentwood zone, carried out by Will Hubbard. Hubbard back in the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Leaves it. Jack Schultz, a shot. Missed the net to the right of Reynolds. Puck carried to center by Josh Kuehn. Already has a hat trick. Kuehn rounds some defenders. Kuehn in front. Oh, couldn't get the shot away. Matthew Melamed and Will Hubbard did enough on the double team to get the puck away from him. Puck back in the Outlaw zone. Gabby Ballinger knocked down, trying to get to it in the left wing corner. Taken back by Tennessee. Here's Jackson McKnight back into the Brentwood zone. McKnight, right circle. Try to pass over. Clive Keeler for the backhand. Oh, yeah. Sally got over just in time. Closed off the right-hand side of the net by stretching out the right leg pad. Here's Reynolds. Trying to go back to Kuehn. Oh, just missed the net to the left of Sally. McKnight tried to pass out to the blue line. Oh, just kept atop the blue line and dropped back down deep by Resty. McKnight on the left wing. Passing out to the blue line. Resty with a shot. Hits some skates trying to get it to Keeler. Comes back up to the right point. Resty backhanded down to the right circle. Keeler couldn't keep the puck near him. Excuse me. Puck kept in the zone of the left point and set back down by Ben Kelly. Kuehn behind the net. Passes out. Left wing boards. Jackson McKnight trying an on-angle shot. I think it missed the net. Now Kuehn again. Falls to his knees, back in his skates. He's in the left wing corner. Loses the puck. Here's Wilson Tucker up, taking back Clive Keeler, still inside the zone. Keeler sending it down the right wing, into the right wing corner. Here's Kuehn, can't keep it in his stick. Brody Bowman clears it. No, it did not clear it out. Kept alive atop the blue line by Kelly. And again, Kelly keeps a clearing attempt atop the blue line. Kuehn trying to put it in front. Bowman intercepts. Bowman whips it around the wall to the far side. Held in Resty. Brentwood can't get the line off the ice. Outlaws keeping him in. Here's Keeler behind his own net. Sending it around to the near side. Kuehn beats Ben Marshall to the puck. Again, Kuehn drops it back down deep. Brody Bowman whips it around the wall to the far side. Resty keeps it in at the right point again. Puck comes to the front of the net. And nobody in a white sweater could get a stick on it. Here's Malloy, A.J. Malloy trying to send it in front. That's deflected behind the net by Brody Bowman. Puck comes up to the right point. Resty, who just kept it alive. Passes it to the front of the net. Oh, Anna Markova could not get there. Passes up to the left point. Kelly, went off his stick, then off the skate of Wilson Tucker and out. And then brought back in offside by Kelly as A.J. Malloy had not cleared the zone. So the Outlaws kept Brentwood pinned in the zone for about 2 minutes, but couldn't get any shots off. 5:01 to go in the second. 5-2 Outlaws. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the Outlaw bench. Outlaws with a puck. Here's Anna Markova trying to pass the front of the net. Blocked by Will Hubbard. He got down on his knees to block that pass. Now here's A.J. Malloy in front. Turning and shooting. Turned away by Sally. Puck in the right wing corner. Markova going after it. Trying to backhand it in front. It's intercepted by Will Hubbard. And Isabella Quigley clears it out. Puck now deep in the Outlaws zone. Jack Schultz trying to get to it. Sent around the wall to the far side to Elijah Freeman. Past edge, A.J. Malloy. Malloy out at center. Malloy double teamed by Hubbard and Cesaroni. Lost the puck inside the Brentwood zone. Cesaroni had it knocked away from him. Here's A.J. Malloy going down the right wing. Spinning away, put in front, Elijah Freeman. Stopped by Sally. Point blank save by Andrew Sally on Elijah Freeman. Back the other way goes Jack Schultz. Schultz back into the Outlaw zone. A shot off the glove of Reynolds. Rebound, score. It's Cesaroni again. Initial shot from Schultz went off the glove of Reynolds. Rebound popped out in front. And Cesaroni gets to it to bang in the rebound. His second goal of the game and the period. And now it's 5-3 Outlaws with 3:58 to go in the second. And once again, that goaltending change is helping Brentwood. Andrew Sally, I hate saying this about a kid, far superior to Collier Owen. And Brentwood's top line is doing the work. Cesaroni brings the puck back into the Outlaw zone. Jack Schultz, shot in the right point, blockered away by Reynolds. Puck put in front. Schultz a one-timer, stopped by Reynolds with a left leg pad, and he's got it covered. Reynolds is going to have to be masterful, like he was against Ravenwood, like he was against Indy, like he was against Rutherford. He's going to have to be masterful against this dangerous and scary Brentwood top line. Draws to his right. One by Brentwood, but they give it away. Here's Logan Wood, trying to backhand it out, kept alive at the left point. It's kept alive at the left point. And now it's brought back into the Brentwood zone by Dalton Alejandro. It was kept alive at the right point by Colin Engelhart. Here's Logan Wood behind the net. Puck into the right wing corner. Malachi Hogan joins the battle. Here is Logan Wood behind the net. Passing it up to the left point, Chaffin Baggett. Baggett shot stopped by Sally. Puck lands at the inboards. Here's Dalton Alejandro. Ran into the ref, I think. Lost the puck to Colin Engelhart. Now the Brentwood player wearing a blank practice sweater passes it over to Brody Bowman, who sends it out to center. Gabby Ballinger with it for the Outlaws inside her own zone. Passes into the right wing corner. Chaffin Baggett whips it around the wall to the far side. Logan Wood deflects it out. Malachi Hogan could not get it in his stick. Here's Brody Bowman. Passing it over to the far side. Oh, whiffed on it first by Ben Marshall. Then he clears it out on the second try. Icing waved off. Baggett is going to beat. No, Payne Fielder beats Chaffin Baggett to it. trying to put it out in front. Colin Englehart with it. Now it's taken back by the Outlaws. Dalton Alejandro to center. Into the Brentwood zone, but offside. Logan Wood went into the zone ahead of Alejandro. Outlaws cannot be doing that. They cannot be doing that. They got to be careful. Minute 54 to go in the second. 5-3 Outlaws. Draw is on the dot across from the Outlaw bench at center. Draw one by the Outlaws. Elsa Anderson brings it into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Try to pass it off to Gabby Ballinger. Puck loose on the near side. It's going to be picked up by Eden Kemp. And Kemp tried to pass it down and went off the stick of Matthew Melamed into the netting above the glass and out of play. Draws to Sally's right. One by Brentwood. Malamed on the near side. Try to clear it out. Hit the stick of Alex Cox. Comes right to Caden Wernick. Sends it over to Zane Cesaroni. Puck is back in the Outlaw zone. Now here's Jack Schultz. Taking a bump. Keeps the puck. Takes a shot. Score! Jack Schultz from the bottom of the right circle fires the puck into the roof of the net. And Brentwood are within one. It is 5-4 Outlaws with 78 seconds to go in the second. Draw one by Brentwood. Here's Jack Schultz. Slap shot. Missed the net to the right of Reynolds. Puck out on the far side. Here's Will Hubbard keeping it alive down the left wing. Pass across. Schultz a shot. Oh, what a stop by Reynolds. Got across in time and knocked it away with a glove. Last minute of the second. Puck in front again. Shot stopped by Reynolds. Matthew Melamed keeps it alive. Puts it back behind the net. Trying to put it out in front. Alice Cox banks it off the near kick plate, but it stays in the zone. Melamed one-timer across the front of the net. Puck out wide. Or puck out to the far side, excuse me. Here's Schultz. Schultz spins away from Elsa Anderson. Oh, he left the puck behind him. Right as he was going down the left wing, it's cleared out by the Outlaws. Under 30 seconds left in the period. Here's Schultz back the other way. Backhanding it back deep into the Outlaws zone. And Reynolds redirects it near the left wing corner. Puck held into the left point. Will Hubbard pass across. Oh! I don't know who that was. Couldn't give me an escape. Now the player with a blank practice sweater takes a shot that's stopped, blocked. And then Reynolds decides to dive out and cover. 8.4 seconds left in the second. 5-4 Outlaws. Draws to Reynolds' left. One by Brentwood. Cesaroni. Or is that Painfielder? It's Painfielder sitting it across the far side. Outlaws clear the zone, and that's going to be it for the second. Brentwood score 3 times. 2 goals from Zane Cesaroni and a second goal of the game for Jack Schultz. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-goal game. Outlaws leading Brentwood 5-4 at the end of 2. Ready to go for the start of the third and final period. Dawson Reynolds still in goal for the Outlaws. Andrew Sally still in goal for Brentwood. He did not start the game. It was Collier Owen who started the game, but Owen gave up 5 goals in the first period, so they made a goaltending switch between the first and second periods, and it's helped because Brentwood have gotten back within 5-4. Outlaws will carry the puck from my left to right for this third and final period. Brentwood from my right to left. Here's Jackson McKnight, shot in the slot, stopped by Andrew Sally, and he's got the rebound covered. Stopped the rebound try from Josh Kuehn. Meanwhile, the Franklin Ravenwood game has started over on Rink B, and it's already 1-0 Franklin. Just about a minute and a half in, Cole Wright with a goal for the Admirals. Oh, and Jackson McKnight tried to pass over to Josh Kuehn, who whiffed on the one-timer try. McKnight. Oh, having trouble with the puck, taken by Jack Schultz. Schultz carries to center. Into the Outlaws zone. Trying to go down the slot. Oh, he ran into James Daniel. Went down. Here's Jackson McKnight back through center. Back into the Outlaws zone on the right wing side. Trying to put it in front. Went off a stick. Zane Cesaroni picks it up. Ahead to Schultz, knocked away from him by Daniel. And then Schultz manages to get to it and send it into the Outlaw zone. Here's Cesaroni. Puck knocked away from him. Jackson McKnight behind his own net. Now James Daniel. Whipped around to the far side. Josh Kuehn could not get it in his stick to clear it out. Kept alive by Brody Bowman at the right point. Here's Cesaroni. Double team to the puck knocked away. Dylan Poe can't clear. Held in by Brody Bowman. Tried to pass it over to the player in the blank practice sweater. I'm still not sure who that is. But Clive Keeler gets the puck away from him and it's cleared out. And Brentwood end up sending it on goal from their own zone, so Dawson Reynolds having to make the stop. Passes ahead to Dylan Poe. Didn't get a lot of oomph trying to clear it out. Here's Payne Fielder. High slotted shot. Just missed the net to the right of Reynolds. Puck cleared out by Freeman. Puck out on the far side. Sent back into the Outlaw zone by Brody Bowman. It's an icing. He was on his own blue line when he sent it there. 11:56 to go. 5-4 Outlaws. Outlaws scored 2 goals within the first 40 seconds of the game. They were up 5-1 after 1. Brentwood made a goaltending change, and it's paid off because they've gotten back within 1. Draw to the right of Andrew Sally. One by the Outlaws. Here's A.J. Malloy. Shot. Stopped by Sally. Ooh, he falls in his back end, but the rebound knocked away from the net. Puck out on the right wing corner. Trying to put it out in front. Held in, Chaffin Baggett, sending it to the front of the net. Hit some sticks. And the player on the practice sweater with it. Again, I'm still not sure who that is. Not sure who I haven't seen yet. Here's Will Hubbard from his own end boards. Had the puck poked away. Now it's up against the kick plate again, Hubbard. Over to the player in the practice sweater. I'm going to have to look through the box score and see who that is. He tried to clear the puck out of the far side. Hit a stanchion. It's picked up and carried to center. Matthew Melamed. Into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Melamed shot. Steered away by Reynolds. It wasn't a very hard shot. Now the puck out on the near side. Picked up Anna Markova. She backhands it out to center. Hit the hand of Will Hubbard. Chaffin Baggett. Oh, he overskates it. He gets it back from A.J. Malloy. Went off a Brentwood stick. Back towards the Outlaw zone. Gabby Ballinger pokes it away from Payne Fielder. Out on the far side at center. Here's Jack Schultz back into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Spins around to the far wall. The puck tapped away by Malachi Hogan. Held in at the right point by Matthew Melamed. His shot blocked by Chaffin Baggett, and the puck goes out to center. Zane Cesaroni back into the Outlaw zone. Puck was knocked away from him. Will Hubbard keeps it alive right atop the blue line. Here's Baggett. Oh, he turns the puck over. Cesaroni trying to go to the front of the net. Shot stopped by Reynolds. Puck behind the net. Trying to put it out in front. It was Isabella Quigley trying to put it out in front. Couldn't put it out in front. It was broken up. I think it hit the back of the net. Now the puck's back in the Brentwood zone. Icing waved off. Logan Wood puts that in front of Malachi Hogan at one time. I think he whiffed on it. Jack Schultz back through center, back into the Outlaw zone. Fires it over to the near side glass. Here's Caden Wernick. Had it poked away by Ben Kelly. Puck on the left wing corner. Dalton Alejandro trying to shake it loose, but Cesaroni comes up with it. Passes out high. Brody Bowman shot hit the crossbar. That close to tying it up. Now back the other way go the Outlaws. Alejandro, left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Takes a shot, it's blocked. Gets the puck back, and he shot it just wide to the right of Sally. I thought he'd beaten him, but he missed the net. That's a big miss. Both sides have had big misses in the span of about 10 seconds. Brody Bowman hit the crossbar at one end, and Dalton Alejandro shoots it wide at the other. From right in front, too. Hogan on the right wing corner. Shot from Logan Wood, stopped by Sally. Brody Bowman behind the net, sending it out to the far wall to the player on the practice sweater. Passes it over to Bowman, it knocked off his stick, still inside the blue line. Here's Malachi Hogan. Putting it in front, Alejandro had it knocked away from him. Ben Kelly will not pinch. Ben Kelly went after it. He and Colin Engelhardt both went after it. It went off their sticks and into the Brentwood bench. I wonder who that's going to be on. They're going to say it went off of Kelly's stick. 8:02 to go, still 5-4. Outlaws. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the Brentwood bench. Here's Jack Schultz at center. Back into the Outlaw zone. Rounded defender. Goes into the left wing corner. Spinning around. Comes out in front of shot. It hit the post to the right of Reynolds. Again, Brentwood almost tie it. Again, the Outlaws are rescued by Middle. Alice Cox brings it out to center. Crosses the red line, brings it into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side, tries to back it over to the slot. And Aiden Kemp, and it was knocked out of the zone by Matthew Melamed. Now here's Zane Cesaroni at center. Puck knocked away from him by Clive Keeler. By Aiden Kemp. Clive Keeler off the bench, picks it up, brings it back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Gets to the net, a shot turned away by Sally. Kemp trying to put it behind the net for Keeler. Puck in the right wing corner, Josh Kuehn picks it up. Passes out to the right point, and Dylan Poe sends it back down to the end boards, and Keeler trying to put it out in front, but it was slowed up by the stick of Hubbard. Puck brought to center, and the Brentwood player in the practice sweater is knocked down. Here's Dylan Poe passing over to the far side, and Josh Kuehn. Now Keeler back in the Brentwood zone, left wing side, whiffed on the shot attempt in the left circle. Puck cleared out by the Bruins. At center with it is James Daniel. And then he whiffs trying to pass it up the near side to Kuehn. Kuehn catches up to it. Now he's inside his own zone. Trying to skate away from the player in the practice sweater who gets the puck off him. Here's Caden Wernick, shot in the high slot, stopped and held on to by Reynolds. Franklin Reedwood now tied at 2 over on rink B. Draws to the right of Reynolds. Won by Brentwood, but it hops off Brody Bowman, sticking out to center it goes. Trying to flip it up the far side. It's back in the Outlaw zone. Puck put in front of the Outlaws net. James Daniel intercepts, backhands it up the far side, back to center. Then it's flipped back in, or flipped through the air back into the Outlaw zone, even though Brentwood have 2 players who need to get back on side. They do. Josh Kuehn dumps it back into the Brentwood zone. Puck at center. Dylan Poe sends it back into the Brentwood zone. Poe at center. Puck got away from him. Poked back into the Outlaws end. Jackson McKnight with it on the far side, trying to backhand it out. He does. Josh Kuehn with it at center, hands it off Clive Keeler. Keeler, left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Keeler trying to go to the front of the net. Stopped by Sally, trying to reach out for the rebound. He can't get to it. Painfielder pass again. Jack Schultz went through his skates, off his stick, through his skates, back into the Outlaw zone. Schultz backhanding it over to the far boards. Kuehn sends it out to center. Brody Bowman sending it over to the near side. Now it's back in the Outlaw zone, but James Daniel controls. Sends it out to center for Josh Kuehn. Sent back the other way by Brody Bowman. Flicked back into the Outlaw zone, I think by Zane Cesaroni, but immediately cleared out by Poe. Here's Josh Kuehn back in the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Goes to the inboards. Comes out in front, turns, shoots, scores! Josh Kuehn with his 4th goal of the game. Shoots it into the bottom corner on the right-hand side of the net. And the Outlaws finally get breathing space again. They're back up by 2, 6-4 with 4:32 to go. So the Outlaws finally beat Andrew Sally. Okay, that's Johnny Kelso wearing that blank practice sweater. Because he's listed as number 0. Draw one by Brentwood. They turn it over to the Outlaws. Here's Jack Schultz at center. Bringing it back into the Outlaw zone. Taking a shot from the top of the right circle. Stopped and held on to by Reynolds. Draw's going to be to the left of Reynolds again. One by Brentwood. Matthew Melamed from the right point. Sending it down the right wing. It was slowed up. Came on goal. Stopped by Reynolds. Puck held in at the left point. Sent into the right wing corner. Jack Schultz sending it past Chaffin Baggett. Schultz had it knocked away. Elijah Freeman behind the net. Taps it around. Johnny Kelso carried to center. A.J. Malloy. Malloy back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Around the back of the net. Ooh, Sally way out of position, and it's a good thing that a couple of Brentwood defenders came right at Malloy behind the net. Otherwise, somebody would have had a clean shot on an empty net. Meanwhile, Gabby Ballinger gets off a shot that's stopped by Sally. Here's Will Hubbard. Out on the far side. Carrying the puck to center. Shakes off a hit. Brings it into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Hubbard passing over. Oh, to Jack Schultz. It was broken up by Gabby Ballinger. Schultz still with it, though. It still comes to him. Gabby Ballinger broke up his one-timer attempt. Now a shot in the right point. Melamed is blocked. Logan Wood carries to center. Brings it back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Wood a shot. Stopped and held on to by Sally at his left-hand post. 2:52 to go. 6-4 Outlaws. Coming up next is going to be the 3rd game in our triple header. Rutherford and Station Camp draw to the left of Sally. Draw one by the Outlaws. Ben Kelly shot in the right point. Block. Puck goes out to center. Zane Cesaroni with it. Down the Outlaws. Slot a shot. Score! Zane Cesaroni fires it through the 5-hole on Reynolds into the back of the net. And Brentwood are back within 1. It's 6-5 with 2:42 to go. A hat trick for Cesaroni. And Ben Kelly probably should not have shot that puck when he did, because he shot it right at Cesaroni. Draw one with the Outlaws, brought into the Brentwood zone. Malachi Hogan carries it over to the right wing, backhands it down towards the right wing corner. Puck is behind the net. Now it's out on the far side. Jack Schultz with it, ahead to Cesaroni. Back to Schultz. Schultz into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Oh, he's fouled. Caden Wernick, a shot just missed the net to the left of Reynolds. Puck touched up by Resty. for the penalty. It's a hooking call. Right to the box goes Dalton Alejandro. Brentwood to the power play, down 6-5 with 2:19 to go. Do they pull Andrew Sally? They're going to call timeout. Switching goalies between the first and second period has been a potential game changer. The Outlaws were up 5-1 after one. Collier Owen played that first period for Brentwood, but they pulled him in favor of Andrew Sally, and Brentwood has outscored the Outlaws 4-1 ever since. Timeout done. Draw is to the left of Dawson Reynolds. The Brentwood net is empty. 2:19 to go. Outlaws up 6-5. Draw one by Brentwood. Brody Bowman, right point. Passing over to Will Hubbard. Hubbard passing down the left wing. Schultz couldn't get a stick on it. James Daniel clears, and it's going to go right into the empty net. Daniel banks it off the near glass. Will Hubbard couldn't keep it in the zone, and it goes straight into the empty net. And Brentwood's hopes backfire immediately. It's a short-handed goal for the Outlaws, 7-5 with 2:08 to go. 1:49 left on the power play for the Bruins. I mean, it was a bullseye, too. It was right down the middle. And what sticks for Brentwood is they're still on the power play. Outlaws can clear the ice the puck as much as they want without being called for it. Here's Schultz. Puck knocked away from him. Anna Markova clears it out. Caught up to by Bowman. Bowman ahead to Schultz. Schultz at center. Over to Cesaroni. Cesaroni back in the outlaw zone on the right wing to the net. Oh, he lost the puck. Caden Wernick tried to backhanded shot that was blocked by Elijah Freeman. Tries to clear off the left skate of Will Hubbard. Keeps alive at the right point or left point. Net is empty for Brentwood again. Shot from Schultz, top of the right circle. Stopped and held onto by Reynolds. 67 seconds left on the power play. 87 seconds to go in the game. 7-5 Outlaws. Again, the net is empty for Brentwood. Drawby to the left of Reynolds again. They win the draw, try and clear. Brody Bowman keeps it alive at the right point. Bowman sits it in front. Ben Marshall shot, hit the post, hit the outside of the post to the right of Reynolds. Shot in the right circle, stopped by Reynolds, and then the rebound try from Caden Wernick, stopped by Reynolds as well. I think that was Cesaroni who had the shot from the right circle, but it was definitely Caden Wernick with the rebound tries. Under a minute left in the power play for the Bruins. Draw is to the left of Reynolds again. Draw one by the Bruins. Brody Bowman, right point. Sending it towards the front of the net. Intercepted and fired past the net by Ben Kelly. Last minute of the game. Here's Jackson McKnight in the Brentwood zone with the net empty. He's going to carry the puck to center. Back towards his own zone. 30 seconds left of the power play for Brentwood. McKnight stops behind his own net. Now he's going to fire it down ice. Knocked down at center by Jack Schultz, who broke his stick. McKnight overskates it at center. Brought back into the Outlaw zone. Will Hubbard almost left it behind him. Tried to drop it back. Intercepted Clive Keeler. 30 seconds to go in the game. Puck out at center. Johnny Kelso with it. Knocked down by Keeler. Puck back in the Brentwood zone. Here's Keeler to the empty net. He scores. It's with a second left in the penalty, so it's another shorty. And the Outlaws are up 8-5 with 20.5 seconds to go. and they're going to get out of here with a win by the skin of their teeth. The absolute skin of their teeth. Draw one by the Bruins. Here's shot from Jack Schultz, stopped and held on to by Reynolds. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up. They're back at even strength. Draws to the left of Reynolds. One by the Bruins. There's a shot in the right point, blocked by James Daniel. And Daniel behind his own net. Fires it to center. And the Outlaws are going to get out of here with their 5th win of the season. They win 8-5. Wow. What a game that turned into from the second period on. The Outlaws were up 5-1. Brentwood made a goaltending change. Andrew Sally started stopping everything. Brentwood got within 1 in the second. Outlaws went back up by 2 in the third. Brentwood got back within 1 again, but then the Outlaws scored 2 empty netters and win 8-5. Wowee. My goodness. And the bad news for Brentwood is the Outlaws' next game 2 weeks from tonight is going to be against Mount Juliet, and they should win that game. And if they do, and Brentwood lose to Ensworth, no, wait, that'd be Brentwood's 3rd to last game of the season. Even if the Outlaws even if Brentwood were to beat Ensworth, if the Outlaws beat Mount Juliet, I think that would lock them out. Man, what a wild game that was, huh? So the Outlaws are now 5-3-2 on the season. Brentwood are now 3-7-1, I think. Yeah, 3-7-1, and the Outlaws are now 5-3-2. Woo. So the goal scorers in this one. For Brentwood, Jack Schultz had 2 goals and a hat trick for Zane Cesaroni. For the Outlaws, 4 goals for Josh Kuehn, and the other goals came from Clive Keeler, James Daniel, Jackson McKnight, and A.J. Malloy. I'm going to split player of the game between Kuehn for his 4 goals and Dawson Reynolds for locking down the Outlaw net once Brentwood got back within 1 twice. So they will split player of the game tonight, Dawson Reynolds and Josh Kuehn, as the Outlaws win this one 8-5 and keep firmly jumping to 8th place in the league, or firmly maintain their 8th place position in the league. That's a better way of saying that. Wow. I mean, that got scary for the Outlaws. That Brentwood top line was just coming. Unfortunately for Brentwood, that's all they have. That's all they have outside of Andrew Sally's that top line. That's it. Although I think Chris Oram, I think he wants to get back in the Preds Cup just because it's what Brentwood do. Even if they've already lost 9-0 twice this year to Ravenwood and NBA. So the Outlaws again win this one 8-5 over Brentwood, and again our players of the game are Josh Kuehn and Dawson Reynolds. What a win for Tennessee. They are now 5-3-2 in the regular season, and Brentwood are now 3-7-1. Let me check that again. 3-7-1. Yeah, they're now 3-7-1 after tonight. Outlaws are now 5 points ahead of them. And now that the Outlaws have won this game, if Centennial beat the Montgomery County Rangers, which they should, Montgomery County will officially end up in the Hine Cup. Yeah, I just realized that. So Outlaws win, and that means if Centennial beat the Rangers are headed to the Hine Cup. What a wild one. The Outlaws beat Brentwood 8-5. We got one more game left in our triple-header. That's the Rampage taking on Station Camp. Pregame begins at 8:30. Is that one going to be as good a finish as this one or as good as Ensworth MBA was earlier in the evening? We'll see. Again, the final score, the Outlaws 8, Brentwood 5. Pregame for the Rampage and Station Camp coming up at 8:30.